Hello and welcome to the Harriet Muller Art channel, giving you the techniques to produce amazing artwork. Today we're going to be drawing this little feather, nice and easy. All that you're going to need is a pencil. It can be an HB. I just happen to be using a 3B and a 5B just to get a little bit of variation, but an ordinary HB is absolutely fine. You're going to need an eraser and some paper, and I'm just going to show you the drawing that we're going to be drawing today. This is the one, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the quill, and then I'm going to draw the shaft, so very lightly in pencil. Just draw this shape going all the way up. I've got the feather in front of me so that I can actually see it. It's always much easier to draw from life. So just draw just the basic shapes first. This doesn't have to be perfect. So draw it going round, all the way up to the top. And now we're just going to do the outline. So I'm just going to block in where the feather's actually going to go. So it's that section. That's the break that you can see just here. Bring it up, and then it comes round, just like so, and there's the other vein on this side. So I've just drawn a rough kind of guide just there. So still using my 3B pencil, I'm just going to add a little bit more definition and detail. So with the shaft area, I'm just going to make this darker. Bring it all the way along. Like this. There's actually a little bump in it there. Bring it down. Just add a little bit of shading on either side, and then we're going to bring it up the other way. Like so. Okay, this is quite a light feather, so these little barbs, I think they're called the after feather, the really kind of downy ones. They're just very, very light. Just do really, really light pencil strokes like I'm doing here. Very, very lightly. To show how soft and kind of downy they are. Just like so. Then they start to get a bit more coarse. They go along. So I'm now up to about there. So bring it round, coming in. And I'm just going to shade this area, just a light kind of grey. Oh, I've missed there's a little cut there. Oh, lost the feather. Oh dear, wasn't a great start. There we go. Okay, so I missed this little cut there. So I'm going to carry on shading it all in grey. Now, this part, there we go. So just going to do lots of little wispy lines all the way to the end. Here I'm just going to do it a little bit darker because if you can see, some of the barbs are overlapping. So again, I'm just going to shade this all in a very light grey. You can try using the side of your pencil just to cover a greater area at the same time. There we go. Some places I'm just going to go a little bit darker, just where some of the barbs are overlapping the others, to get a bit more shape and texture. and the ends are slightly darker as well. Just like that. So we'll bring it round. This side's relatively easy in comparison. Bring it all the way around, all the way around. So I can see one little cut in there. Rub it up. I can see one more there. So I'm going to rub that out too. Oh, I keep on doing this every single time I blow the eraser bits. And bring it round. It's turning into a bit of a comedy, isn't it? And then round to the top. And then just the last ones, just before we reach this after feather, which is the downy part. Because then we're going to have to do very, very lightly. Just some very light wispy lines, just to show the quality of the kind of downy part. And then they get a bit stronger as we come up, like we did on the other side. So again, I'm just going to shade. Shade on this side. So I'm just going to show you what I use to blend. This is called a paper stump. You can just get them from a craft shop. And you can just blend all the pencil together using this instrument. If you haven't got one, you can just use a rubber, very, very lightly, or your finger. It's always best to use a stump, because if you use your finger, then you kind of get all the oils and grease onto your paper, and that means that your drawing won't last as long. But if you're just doing this for fun, it doesn't really matter. So, using the stump, I'm going round. And I'm just going to speed this up now as I add a bit more detail. Now to finish off our feather, we're just going to add some shading, just so it doesn't look like it's floating in the air. So I'm using my 5B pencil now. So just add some shading underneath. Just underneath here, just where you can see that the light doesn't hit it. So all the way underneath. So I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Just like that. And then I can use my stump again, or you can use an eraser or your finger just to blend it all in. And there you have it, your finished feather. If you've enjoyed it, please hit subscribe and like, and I hope to see you on another one of my tutorials. Thank you, goodbye.